All this week, we have been learning how to understand what happens within a text. Readers may ask themselves, why do characters do what they do? Or why does a certain event take place? Today, I want to teach you how to figure out why some things happen in a text. When something happens because it was caused by something else, this is a cause and effect relationship. Good readers identify cause and effect relationships within the text they read. They do this by using clue words to figure out what happened and why. Readers do this in order to understand or make predictions about the events in a story. Cause and effect happen all around us, readers. A cause is why something happens. A cause may be it was cold outside, or an alarm doesn't go off in the morning. There's traffic. All of these are why something may happen. And what actually happens is an effect. Effects happen as a result of something else. So what or why something happens is a cause, and an effect is what happens as a result. An example of an effect, you don't wake up you are late for school, or you wear a jacket to outside. All of these are effects or something that happens as a result of something else. Identifying these cause and effect relationships help us as readers understand why certain things happen, such as maybe why a disaster happens in a story or why a character feels a certain way. So, how do we identify cause and effects? There are certain words, certain clue words that authors will often give us about cause and effect relationships. Cause clue words are since, because, if, and due to. Since it was hot outside, my ice cream melted. I was late for school because my alarm didn't go off. If I need to actually think of these two. Authors also give us clues about effects in a story. Effect clue words are so, then, therefore, as a result, and that causes. Let me show you how these clue words work. When we are reading, we can look for these certain clue words. Let me show you. If, oh, right there is one of my clue words. So I'm going to circle it. If it is really hot outside, then there's another one of my clue words. That's an effect. Then I will play inside. So I have found my certain clue words. And then I use my clue words to identify the cause and effect. The cause comes after the cause clue word. So if it is really hot outside, that is why something happens. Then my effect clue word, what happens? I will play inside. So this is how I've identified the cause and effect. I've looked for my clue words, I've circled them, and then I've underlined the cause and the effect after my clue words. Let's try another one. I wore a jacket to school today because one of my clue words, it was cold this morning. I know one of my clue words, a cause clue word, so I'm going to underline the cause that comes after it. Because it was cold this morning. In this sentence, there's still a cause and an effect. What happens in this sentence? I wore a jacket to school because it was cold this morning. Well, what happens is I wore a jacket to school. And then why comes after it. So sometimes a cause will come before the effect, or the effect will come before the cause. In both cases, we can use our clue words to identify what the cause and the effect is. We can use a graphic organizer to record our cause and effect thinking. We can record causes on one side of the organizer and the effect that comes after it. So, using the sentence I just told you, I wore a jacket to school because it was cold this morning, let's write the cause. Because it was cold this morning is why something happened. It was cold this morning. And the effect, or what actually happened, is I wore a jacket to school. Good readers use graphic organizers like this to record their thinking about cause and effect relationships.